With love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us chant Om 3 times together. Om. 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 Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. Amen. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev we all have assembled here in this holy place to spend few days together in intensifying our meditation, our understanding of spiritual life, and simultaneously commemorating 50th year of Sri Gurudev's coming to West. Since last few days, we all have been discussing and remembering Sri Gurudev, his life and teaching. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Prathame narjitam vidya, Dvitiye narjitam dhanam, Tritiye narjitam dharmam, Chaturthe kim karishyati. The meaning is, if one is not spending the first quarter of his life in study, the second quarter of his life, if needed for worldly things, the third quarter of life in dharma, in ultimate spiritual life, what one will do in the fourth quarter. It is also said in the Upanishad, Brahmachari bhutva gruhi bhavet. Gruhi bhutva vani bhavet. Vani bhutva prabrajet. Leading a life of brahmachari, become a householder. From householder's life, become a vanapasti. Life of retirement, but life of sincere seva. service without any expectation in return. Bani Bhutta Praprajit, after the life of Vanaprasthi, renounce. Again in the Upanishad it is said, Brahmacharyat va, Gruhat va, Praprajit. No need to wait so long. One can renounce from brahmachari life. Brahmachari means student age at the age of 25 up to. Again it is said in the Upanishad, Yat ahareva virajat, tat ahareva prabrajat. Any moment one gets real detachment, renounce. Don't think of what will happen, what will happen. In Odia there is a verse. The spiritual life should begin from childhood. Balya kalu dhana dharmamu sanchibi e jivana anishchita ke jane kahara kebe mrityu kala hoijiva upasthita. The meaning is, from my childhood I will earn spirituality, as life is uncertain. Who knows at which time death will knock the door? Our India's spiritual heritage speaks highly of children being realized. If we study the life of Prahlada and Dhruva, if we reflect upon the life of Nachiketa and Satyakama, how old were they? We live in householder's life, and householder's life is the best life if it is lived properly. And remember, householder's life is not for 100 years householder's life. It is only for 25 till 50s. That's all. A sadhu spoke in humor. He said, when it was in Hindi, when one crosses 50, he becomes how old in Hindi? Ikavan, Bavan. Ikavan. The meaning is leave everything, retire into the forest. Ekavan. Those who are not following this and becoming 60, shot. In Hindi it is shot. 60 means satha, cheat, hypocrite, duplicate, satha. Satha means because you are so much attached to the world and worldly life, you are not able to renounce. It is said, Kulam Pavitram Janani Krutarthak Vasundhara Punyavati Chatena. A person who renounces the family or the world and dedicates the life for God. Unfortunately, some renounce in between their tract again. But one who renounces sincerely for God alone, nothing else, his family, his mother, his or her, it is the mother, even the earth becomes joyful. Here is a child. Giving all this introduction to speak on Sri Gurudev. Sri Gurudev was born in the year 1907, May 27, the full moon day of Vaishak, which is also celebrated as Buddha Purnima. Grew up in the family in a very religious and spiritual environment, got initiated into Gayatri Mantra at the age of 11, was initiated by Sri Vijaya Krishna, a householder, highly developed spiritual luminary. When he was in his teen age, he guided Sri Gurudev further. Gurudev came to Sri Yukteswarji in the year 1932. He was 25. Already he was a textile engineer. He had a good job. And 32 till 36, Sri Yukteswarji and he had darshan of company of Paramahansa Yoganandaji. In 1938, he left his job, I told you, with a sick leave application. Initially, for a few months, stayed in a rented house. And finally, he joined Kodar Ashram. It was in 1938. 1938 till 1948, 10 years of rigorous sadhana and seva. 1948 till 1974, he was in India. And in 1974, he came abroad. How old was he when he was coming to West? The answer is he was only 67 years young. How many of us are 67 years young? Raise up your hands. 67 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, 10. Among 150 people or so, 10 people are 67 plus. What is your thought in mind? Old age, diseases, family trouble, financial security, son or daughter is not married or some trouble. Where is your mind? Here is one in our front whom we love and whom we follow. He studied. One thing he did not do, he didn't get married, only this much. But how he lived, I told you the other day that he told, I'm not married, but I'm a big householder. One day we were with Sri Gurudev, and Sri Gurudev was with his siblings. Gurudev's elder brother, Gurudev's sister-in-law, 2 sisters. So Gurudev, 5 from the family. So Gurudev's elder brother, who was a doctor, he was sitting next to him on the bed, in his bedroom. And Gurudev's bedroom was the living room, meeting room, everything. That was everything. So the others were sitting on the floor, we 2, 3 sitting near them. So Gurudev was telling that how much hard work he was to do. So much of travel, so much of initiation, all alone. So Gurudev's elder brother was looking at him and smiling. Then he took his hand and he was looking at his palm as if he's reading his palm. He said, you know, it is written on your palm. So we were curiously looking at him, what is going on between 2 brothers. He was telling, it is written in your palm that you have many children, but no marriage. Do you know? He was telling, Bhaire, my brother, do you know, the government is telling, previously told 3 children enough. Then the government told 2 or 3. Then the government told only 2 enough. Then telling now 1, next later, third never. And you are going on giving birth to children. Giving birth to children means we all. And having a big family, do you know, Vibhishana told near Lord Rama, in which Ramayana I don't know, but there is, he said, I'm speaking truth. If I'm not speaking truth, I will have a big householder's life in Kali Yuga, or I'll be head of a big monastery. Do you understand what is the meaning? The miserable life. So Gurudev's brother was looking at, you go on giving birth to so many children, you will have suffer. Accept it. Then he was looking at his hand, he said, do you know, oh, you have a lot of money, but you don't pay any tax. So we were enjoying, the brothers conversation. And from that, I was also seeing how much love they had for each other. Unbelievable. However, if we look at Sri Gurudev, he got realization, the ultimate attainment in the year 1948. He was 41 years. Journey is over. From 1948 till 2022, 54 years of dedicated seva. We, at the age of 58, 60, 65, think of retiring, where we have Swami Samarpanananji. Samarpanananji and myself, we had the privilege to meet each other when I was a college student and he was a professor. Coincidentally, again we met each other after quite a few years, both as the colleagues. Again, coincidentally, after quite a few years, in Kodar Ashram, and he got initiated. Gurudev was there. He was unmarried. And do you know, Samarpananji and me, we both had something common. One thing is unmarried. Second thing, we were dhoti professors, dhoti teachers, dhoti walas. We had white. I had clean white. He had short, sometimes strips, some white, but some lines. And the difference, his dhoti is really, he used one dhoti one day, maybe two dhotis a day, if he had evening public talk. I used one dhoti for a few days. Because he is politician, I am economical. Do you know, politicians change their dress very often. It is not a satire. There was some terrorist attack or somewhere, and the Home Minister of India changed his dress few times on that day. It was in the newspaper. Because they will changing the dress. This is the country. However, Samarpananji had 2 wishes. He told me later. After he joined Ashram, and he told, you know, I had the wish after my retirement, I'll just take some food and rest more, because I couldn't find rest in my life. He was really working non-stop. Because when you don't have family and don't have other responsibilities, the college administration take advantage of such people. Luckily, I escaped. Nobody could trap me. But he was always trapped. Then he told, I took him, when we were in Australia, I told him, I will show you one place. I have passed through that road many times, but I never went inside. It was a koala park, koala bear. Koala, I don't know if you know, it sleeps for 18 hours, 20 hours. It gets awake to eat. I said, thank God you came to Kriya. Otherwise, next life you would have been a koala. Because if you think just to eat and to rest, come back to Sri Gurudev. He went abroad at the age of 67. And when people want to retire, he want to serve. I'll give little picture of the Western people and Guru-disciple relationship. Paramahansa Yoganandaji went to USA in the year 1920. He went to participate in a religious congress of religious liberals. After that, he could have come back, but he stayed back. And he's not returning. And you go to a country, known person, they invited for the conference is over. Your accommodation, you have to leave, you have to go somewhere. He's lived. How did he leave? Once when somebody was criticizing Yoganandaji and asking, you, the sadhus from India, coming to West to earn money. He said, please stop this. Do you know, when I came to USA, my father was sending money every month, years after years, for his son to live in this country and to teach Kriya Yoga. This is the father. Father from India, sending his son money, stay there, do the Guru's work. When Paramahansa Yoganandaji stayed longer, disciples were coming, he was teaching. Disciples loved them, but their love was westernized love. They did not know what Guru is. I was reading this book. In this book, one disciple is writing, came to India with Gurudev and reached Delhi. In Delhi, when the disciple is seeing how he is respected, how people, he didn't sit in West. You will be surprised to know, decades after Paramahansa Yoganandaji staying in West, one brahmachari from India was sent by Swami Satyanandji. And that brahmachari, the way he was respecting Yoganandaji, these disciples, the residents in the ashram, were shocked. But till now we were disrespecting him. We did not know how to treat a spiritual master. When I talk of this, I feel, didn't the same thing happen to Sri Gurudev? The answer is yes. They didn't know. It is not their mistake. It is ignorance, not knowing. A spiritual master, with this level of his spiritual realization, he could sit at one place like Raman Maharshi, let people come, not to talk. I will tell you once Gurudev said, Papa, have you had the darshan of Paya Baba? I said, yes. You have gone to him? I said, yes. At that time, Paya Baba, he was a very prominent Vaishnava saint in Odisha. He was no more in the body. What did you see in him? I didn't say anything. He said, he chews pan, beetle. I smiled because he's a great soul. Why should I remark anything? It is not good, it is good. This Gurudev said, is it not good to chew pan? I didn't say anything. He said, do nothing. You chew pan, anybody who comes and give you a pan. And that was what he was doing. He was not talking, but he had his own spiritual state. Is it not good not to talk, to sit like this? Then Gurudev said, do you know, have you seen Mohanananda Brahmachari? I said, yes. Sri Mohanananda Brahmachari was the disciple of another illustrious Kriya Yoga master, Sri Lahidi Mahasaya. Lahidi Mahasaya had a disciple, his name is Srimad Balananda Brahmachari, Deoghar. His disciple was Sri Mohanananda Brahmachari. I had the opportunity to have his darshan. Gurudev said, do you know, Mohananandji and me, we are only little older and younger. He is 4 years older to me. We had very good friendship. One day he told, why do you teach Kriya Yoga to so many people? He's a Kriya Yogi. Gurudev kept quiet. You take so much of strain in initiating, guiding meditation. How many they are practicing? How many they are serious? How many they are sincere? No need. Then Gurudev looked at him. Gurudev was narrating what he said, do you know what I am doing? I am telling them sing and chant. They enjoy it. I begin a song, they continue the singing. I sit silent and listen to their song. They are happy, I am happy. No physical strain. If I think of Sri Gurudev, when he traveled, went abroad, people did not know. One disciple is narrating. Gurudev told, I am coming to Bremen and I will stay at your home. European disciple, real tensed, what to cook, what to serve. Never he has hosted. And Gurudev in the satsang is telling, don't be worried about serving the Guru. To serve the Guru is very easy. He doesn't need so much. Just some rice, dal and potatoes. That is enough. And he was in satsang, he was talking this. And that disciple was getting relieved. Oh God, he solved my problem. It is so easy to have some rice, dal and potato, like Samarpadaranji. And that's enough. So, do you know how Gurudev lived in West? I'll give one example. It was in 1998 maybe. I was in a small town in USA, in Arizona. The name is Sedona. It is a very beautiful place, scenic, but small town. I was invited by a long-time disciple of Sri Gurudev from 1970s. And she had the wish that I should come there and have a Kriya program, but a small town. All the residents in ashram in the USA told, why are you going? How many people will come? It will just to a small town. I smiled. I went there. The public lecture was in a church. It was packed. Packed with people. And a lot of people came for initiation. After the lecture, I was sitting and some people are coming just to tell hello. And one old man came, asked me, is Baba alive? I got shocked. It was in 1998. Gurudev in his 91. I said, yes. He said, oh, I'm happy. I asked, you have seen him? Yes, 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 I have seen him. I shared the room with him. I looked at him. He's also old. And I was happy that he had seen Gurudev from 70s and he has shared the room with Gurudev. They're unusual. He said, we shared the bunk bed. You know the bunk bed. Below one will sleep, above another. So we both shared the room. It was unbelievable because I could think that Gurudev lived like this, sharing the room with bunk bed. Then he said, tomorrow I'm coming for initiation. I said, no, tomorrow I'm coming. What shall I bring? Should I bring 5 fruits, 5 flowers? And I said, no, it is for new students, not for you. He said, I'm not initiated. Full stop. Let us think. Gurudev shared room with somebody who is not a disciple. Answer me. They didn't know what type of food, what is vegetarian food. I'm talking of my experience. It was again in the same year, 1998 or 99. I was in Iceland. The person who wanted to host me came to the airport. Iceland is a big island with a very little population. So while he was driving me, he was asking me, Swami, what food would you like to take? I just looked at him. He was asking me, do you take non-vegetarian food? I said, no. Did you take seafood? I said, no. Do you take egg? I said, no. He stopped the car roadside. What do you eat? I don't want to take this story further. Maybe I'll tell later. You just think of Sri Gurudev. This thing happened to me in 1998-99, 25 years after Sri Gurudev going to West. You imagine when Sri Gurudev went alone. For example, here we have come. Samarpananji there, Suddhananji is there, Divyaswarpanji is there, Brahmagyananji is there, and so many disciples to organize to help. And you just come and sit down and give little talk and go back just like it was not there. Do everything yourself. Initiate yourself, teach technique yourself, guide meditation yourself, public lecture yourself, everything yourself. And not only that, do you know what Gurudev was doing? Gurudev used to tell people, morning meditation, evening meditation. Gurudev was very particular in meditation classes. Morning, evening. And he was to guide, nobody else. People used to come early in the morning to meditate. I'm telling in New York. So early in the morning, 5 o'clock meditation. 6:15 meditation over. People would go to work. Gurudev organized in such a way, himself, it was his, there will be bread, there will be some fruit, there will be some cereal. You take some breakfast and go to work. It was not planned by the disciples. It was organized by Gurudev. They would come back in the evening for meditation. After meditation food, do you know who has cooked? Gurudev has cooked. He has cooked. And he always told, when you are coming, you can bring some dal, some rice. So people are bringing some rice and dal, but who is cooking? Nobody knew. He cooked. He taught people cooking. You just think cooking is fine. People take food, after food they leave. Who is cleaning? Luckily, you can find some picture. Gurudev washing the cleaning pot, cooking pots. One picture tells everything. One picture can tell everything that how he lived. Why did he go there then? He could have been served, he could have been taken care of. Why did he go there? Do you know why? It is mother. Mother loves the children. And once Gurudev told me, he told me, do you know, one person came to me, Gurudev was telling to him, and told that I am initiated by the President Swamiji. President Swamiji means head of big organization, spiritual organization. I have taken shelter under a big banyan tree. Gurudev said, yes. Gurudev was young. Both were young, not the monk. Gurudev said, I have taken initiation from a Swamiji. I have taken shelter under a tulsi tree, tulsi plant. That person could not understand really. Then Gurudev was telling, do you know what did I mean to say? If it is a big banyan tree, it's good. But if there will be a cyclone, it is not safe. If there will be a cyclone, it is not safe under a big tree because the branches might fall, the tree might be uprooted. But if it is tulsi plant, nothing will happen. While I was thinking of this, the thought came to me, Gurudev told his guru is tulsi plant. If you will ask me what to think of your Gurudev, my Gurudev is a milking cow. My Gurudev is a milking cow. It is not ordinary cow. Suppose a cow has calf. How often you have seen that the cow has 4 calves? Normally 1, rarely 2, exceptionally. But the cow has, the order and the teat. How many? 4. Calf is 1. We the humans, mother has 2 breasts. 1 baby, twins, normally 1 baby, but God has given 2. The cow has normally 1 baby, but God has given 4. And how much milk the calf can drink? The cow is giving many liters of milk. If the cow is taken care of, it's good quality Indian cow can give 12, 15, 20 liters of milk can give. But a calf cannot drink. I have seen a cow. You milk at any time, the cow gives milk. The cow was milked. Just an hour ago, we reached there. He took to this, that was a special cow. He said, the cow had a name. Calling the name, the head of the monastery was telling, Swamiji has come. Will you not give milk? And just he was just pressing the teat and the milk was, show your hand. I put my hand like this. I'm not telling story. And I had to drink that milk. He told, this cow gives milk at any time you want. You just tell, we need milk. It gives. Amazing. And Guru is that. Guru doesn't think of comfort. I heard recently in Pathmeda Maharaj told, he told, do you know, in the mother, human mother, when a baby is born and baby is fed with the breast, the mother is taking care of the food. The food should not be spicy. Food should be healthy, non-spicy, because it will affect the baby. Because it goes through the food to the baby, through milk. But the cow's milk is different. Cow means desi cows. He told, even the desi cows take something not healthy but the milk is healthy. It doesn't go to the milk, it doesn't go to the cow dung, it doesn't go to the cow urine. It takes into itself. It keeps, you see, it should go out of the body. It takes into itself, suffers itself, but gives nectar. Milk is nectar. Ghee is nectar. Buttermilk is nectar. Any milk product is nectar. Cow dung, cow urine. I'm talking about desi cows, the native Brahmin cows. The purpose of telling this, how is my guru? My guru is the milking cow. And Gurudev told, do you know, Guru Seva and Guru Seva is one. Guru means the cow. In Bengali, Odia, Guru means the cow. Serving the Guru and serving the cows, cattle, is the same. Gurudev told me, an ashram without the cows is no ashram. The ashram has two beauties. One is the spiritual people, the other is the cows. He was so desperate to have cows in our, at that time, the only ashram in USA, Miami ashram. He wanted to have cow. And he built a cow shed. But unfortunately, we could not have cow because of the restriction of the local law. You cannot have cows like this as you want. I think in India, in big cities, it is becoming the same. You can't keep the cows. So you can't. So recently, when I was in our ashram in Texas, in September, I was walking. I was looking at the cows in the ashram, Brahmin cows. Then I was thinking, if Gurudev would have been physically present, he would have been so happy. Can you imagine the young man who milks the cows has studied in Stanford and milking the cow? And the cow dung and cow urine of Texas ashram, it's so nice, you can't imagine. Because do you know what food we give the cows? Nothing, only the grass. Nothing. The grass is the food. Winter time, hay, because there is not enough grass. That's all. And there is no cattle feed, there is no this, there is no nothing. That's all. So come back to our Gurudev. Gurudev told, ashram has two beauty. One is the spiritual people, the other is the cow. Then he said, ashram without flower and fruits is no ashram. There should be plenty of flowers and fruits. Then he said, ashram should be self-sufficient. They should lead such a life, it should be self-sufficient. Now come back to Sri Gurudev and Gurudev in West. It was a good fortune. I talk of myself, it is fortune for many. I came to him in 1980, physically. I saw him in India till 1994. From 94 till 2002, I saw him in West. And just to inform you, from 96 December, he left India on December 4th, left Calcutta, December 4th. And from December 4th, 1996, till 2002, December 3rd, he has not come to India, although his mind and heart was in India. He lived in West. I have seen him in India, I have seen him in West, and he went alone. Yes, God and Gurus are with him, but from practical point of view, he went alone. I'll tell one story. The first flight, Gurudev gave the talk in the aeroplane, and when the plane was to be disembarked, you have to leave the aircraft. When Gurudev was ready to leave, at that time the flight attendants, the captain, all came to greet him. Do you know what happened? One flight attendant kissed Gurudev. Gurudev was really shocked. Then, do you know what did Gurudev ask him? Ask them, will I not get any disease? No, you'll never get disease. That was Gurudev's first European kiss. And they become, we are sorry that we didn't know that it is not Indian culture. And now we have quite a few ashrams in West. The monks from India, the mothers from India living there. Sometimes I feel a little bit pity for them that, take a plant from India and replant it in other country. I'll tell you one example. In the ashram in Texas, we have greenhouse. In the greenhouse, we have willow, willow tree. We have neem tree. We have amla tree. All these. It is in the greenhouse. One willow leaf, just to tell you, one willow leaf, Trishakha, which we offer to Lord Shiva, how big it can be. I measured it myself from this beginning of the stem to the end of the middle leaf, and from the end of the side leaf to the end of the side leaf. I measured, it was 1 foot, 1 foot. 1 foot. I'm not telling story. I told somebody, can you take a photo? I was measuring with the photo from the stem to the end of the middle leaf, 1 foot, from the side to side, 1 foot, 1 foot. I was thinking if Gurudev would have been here, he would have been so happy to see such huge willow leaf. I switched over my topic. There is one Aswatha people tree, Bodhi tree. People planted outside. It is not in the greenhouse. So every winter it is going into Samadhi. Every spring it is coming out. Do you know, it is not a tree, it is a bush. Already it is, I think, 4 to 5 years old. It is surviving. Yeah. Hard winter, even snowfall, it is surviving. Coming back again in spring, and it is no more a tree, it is like a bush. I asked somebody, what is that plant? They said, it's a tree. I said, which is a tree? It's a people tree. I said, no, it is a bush, people bush. Do you know why do I give this example? It's sacrifice of great spiritual masters they have undertaken by going from east to west and serving the humanity, considering humanity as one. Remember, the Vedic culture is not the culture of the Hindus, and for the Hindus, it is dogmatism. Vedic culture is for the humanity and for the entire creation, not only humanity. Whether it is yoga, whether it is Ayurveda, whether it is vegetarian food, whether it is meditation, whether it is Upanishadic truth, it is for the entire humanity. How it will go to the West? It is not through the books, not by the internet talks. It is straight sacrifice of these great people, if we think of Swami Vivekananda, up to our Gurudev, I take only this much. Before, yes, there were. After Gurudev, there are. But I'm talking from them up to Gurudev. How much sacrifice they have done. Can anybody imagine Gurudev initiating people in his 90s? He guided people. He had private interview with people and helping them just few weeks before his physical departure. He did in his 90s, and he left his body in the year 95 years, 6 months and 6 days. And he was serving 95 plus. It is not just giving spiritual talk or guiding meditation. No, he was in the garden. He was in the garden. He was supervising gardening in his 95. He was in the new meditation hall, which was under construction, seeing how the work is going on, everything. We think somebody was telling, one monk in our ashram told, I'm too old. He's not at 50, I think, or closer to 50, and he's thinking he's too old. And our example is Gurudev at 95. You will tell Gurudev and me, and Gurudev had 4 hands, you have 2 hands. Gurudev was labor son, you are a prince, king's son. It is not, it's the attitude, the way he served. You can imagine service of Gurudev, love of Gurudev, kindness of Gurudev, and unbelievable. I saw him in East, I saw him in West, and thank God he allowed me to be with him day and night for last few days. It was 25th November. Today is 24th November. 25th November 2002, I reached in ashram in Miami, went to his room, bowed down at his feet. It was the first time he didn't speak anything. He just folded his hand. That's all. He looked at me, very quiet and still look. I had hidden tear. Doctor told to bring him to hospital immediately. A doctor was an angel. Gurudev's personal physician was really is really an angel to me. Gurudev was not talking. He was taken to the hospital. Sudhanandji was there weeks before. And I was told, you just come. Without knowing what is going on, I just, from airport to ashram, ashram to hospital. It is not like India, but too much of formalities and too much of, so first the emergency. In emergency, to wait. And for Gurudev to wait in a little crowded place, they provided a room. When Gurudev was in room, and after some time he opened his eyes and looked at me and smiled. He told, it was 25th November, he smiled and told in Bengali, I am proud to have learned this language from my childhood before I came to Gurudev. I love Bengali, and when we were together, mostly in Bengali, he said, are you ready? I am ready. Let us go. 2 mothers, those who were there in the room, they were curious because Gurudev was not talking. And this is first. Then they looked at me and said, what is talking? However, I feel myself, by myself, those who have seen him, those who have spent time with him, everybody is blessed to have spent time with such a great master, whose mind and heart was completely for God and Gurus, completely for human beings, not only human beings, but can you imagine, he went to a country, he took some fruit and he found it special. What he would do, without knowledge of anybody, he will collect the seed. If it is small seed, if it is big seed, depending, so he will pack it nicely and he will carry in his bag to be planted in India. Can you imagine to carry seed or agricultural product to USA, quite risky. He could manage to get drumstick seeds and other seeds to be planted in Miami ashram. He did this. Once he brought, I'll conclude this with one incident. Once he brought one seed, it was just big. So he said, it's very delicious, very healthy. Plant it. So let us see it grows or not. I planted, took as much care as possible. Nothing happened. It didn't grow. I was sad. When I went to West, I discovered what the seed was. You know what was the seed? It was avocado. Avocado, I don't know how many of you have seen it. If you have not seen it, come to Miami, come to Balighai at least. Miami, plenty. Paramahansa Yoganandaji, when he was meeting Gandhiji, was talking on vegetarian food. Yoganandaji told about avocado. I think it is in autobiography of Yogi. Gandhiji told, you should send some trees, some seeds. We'll do some experiment in vegetarian food for the Satyagrahis. I don't know if Yoganandaji sent it or not. But by grace of God and love of a disciple, we could get 40 grafted avocado trees, such from USA to Balighai, and we got it planted. Many trees were damaged in the cyclone, and in India, we are very good in taking care of. No need to explain. So, Gurudev loved avocado. Gurudev loved mango. Among the fruits, he loved mango from India and avocado from West. And in the ashram of Miami, both the trees plentifully available. And those avocados, you can't imagine in Miami, it's one avocado can be 600 to 800 grams, closer to a kilo. One, such really delicious. This is Gurudev. By grace of God and Gurudev, we could spend few hours thinking of him, remembering his life. He lived, he lives. Guru lives. And Guru's life is eternal life. Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us pray to God and Sri Gurudev. Oh God, oh Gurudev, we are your children. Maybe a prodigal child, little wayward, little unruly or indisciplined, but still then I am your child. Being your child, I will inherit the divinity in me. Be my guide all the time. I will change my life with all sincerity. This body is the temple, but I will not be attached to the body temple. World is the playground. I will not be attached to the playground of the world and worldly things. But my mind, my heart is always with you. I will be in the world, be with the body, but in my mind and heart with you in every breath. Bless me. I will be your worthy child. We will be your worthy children. Let us chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om. Amen. Okay, before you leave, I will show you something. I forgot. Apart from Gurudev's biography, the River of Compassion, there are few books which speaks on his life. One is The Last Decade. This book is speaking of his last 10 years, 1992 till 2002. Apart from this, the book At Thy Feet, our beloved Gurudev, this was published this year. Apart from this, those who have very little time or less time can read the very short life and teachings of Gurudev. It was published during centenary. Gurudev's teachings are amazing and wonderful and very practical. No doubt these complete works, Ocean of Divine Bliss, it looks big, all these 10, but it contains the book Kriya Yoga, 3 volumes of the Bhagavad Gita, and another interesting book. It is Humble Hariharananda. It is another interesting book of his letters. Although not all letters are included, some letters are there. They speak how Gurudev had his interaction with his disciples, how he was writing. Apart from these, I'll show you a set of 5 volumes in the company of my master. In the company of my master, it is a day-to-day, whenever, it is not since I was with Gurudev, but for some years, whatever note was written, it is presented in these 5 volumes, his day-to-day teachings. You need not have to read all at a time. Begin one. Gurudev told, read a little, but reflect more. So read a little, reflect and practice. Thank you all. God bless you all. My love for you all. Bye.